The sky split apart, and the god of war stepped through. Descending from Olympus, he saw the makings of a god in a mere mortal. Ares would save Kratos. He would turn him into the perfect warrior, his servant on Earth.
Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and today I got an interesting video about the first big baddie of the God of War series. Ares! Since the first time we see him in the game, we learn that his motivations are pretty straightforward. Take down Olympus and dethrone his father Zeus. It's not until we read additional sources that we learn more about his character. And the source I'm here to briefly talk about is the official God of War novelization of the first game. What if I tell you that we're not the only ones who would really enjoy visiting Egypt to cause some destruction? What if I tell you that Ares has taken some vacation time in the desert pantheon? Once again, the following section is from the official God of War novel, in case you guys want to buy it. "Where is he?" Zeus said. "What is he doing in that desolate Egyptian desert? Spreading terror and destruction, no doubt," Zeus said with an appreciative chuckle. It is a pity to interrupt this fun. The king of Olympus raised his mighty fist and drew in a breath so deep it altered storm patterns throughout the Mediterranean, then unleashed a single word: Ares. The image of the God of War twitched visibly and then threw a dark look back over one shoulder without replying. He deliberately returned to crushing humans. This takes place very early in the novel, and in relation to the game it takes place at the same time the intro is happening. But why would Ares start attacking this Egyptian city? The only time we've seen him do something like this was in the events of the first game, when he took it upon himself to destroy Athens. So is this what he was trying to do in Egypt? Take over? With the purpose of weakening the Pantheon's defenses? Sadly, nothing else is said about this event, but from Zeus's response we can gather that he was simply destroying the city for his own pleasure, nothing more. But wouldn't this act enrage the Egyptian gods and maybe start a war between the pantheons? Well, the God of War universe has evolved over the years. The underlying assumption about the God of War universe when this book was written was different than today's interpretation. According to official God of War canon, there's one giant planet that contains all the pantheons. In Greece we have Greek mythology, in Scandinavia we have Norse mythology, and in Egypt we have Egyptian mythology, and so on. But this novel wasn't written with this assumption in mind. There was another view of the God of War universe before, one which had Greek mythology as the only ruling pantheon of the planet. This view of the universe is best seen at the end of God of War 1. Let's have a look.
And from that point forward, throughout the rest of time, whenever men rode forth to battle for good cause or for evil, they did so under the watchful eye of the man who had defeated a god. They were driven forward by Kratos, the mortal who had become the new God of War.
In this cutscene, we see Kratos becoming the God of War. With such status comes the ability to see into the future regarding all the battles that would be fought on the planet. These include the Civil War, the Crusades, and World War I to name a few. This cutscene doesn't make sense under the assumption that there's one big planet that houses all mythologies. Instead, what we're seeing here is a planet that has the Greek God of War watching over all the wars fought on the planet, not just Greece. This is the reason why Ares was able to terrorize Egypt without any consequences from the Egyptian gods, because in this universe, they don't exist. I believe this view of the universe has started to change around the time Chains of Olympus came on the scene. In the intro level, we see the Persian army invading Attica, but it's not just mortal soldiers who Kratos has to fight. There was a huge mythological monster named the Basilisk that fought on their side, and their leader used the Ifrit, a magic attack. Here we see another region of the world becoming more mythological. As I mentioned before, this evolved to its final form in God of War 4, as all the pantheons were given equal power status.
That's from a great desert land, very far from here.
Do gods live there?
Oh my, yes. Many, many gods.
So in conclusion, this section is mostly useless, as it doesn't give us a link to the Egyptian gods for future games. But if the writers really wanted to use it, they could retcon a reason why the Egyptian gods were absent from their land. But mostly I just thought it was a cool story detail the book brought to light. I will leave a link at the top of the comment section in case you wish to purchase the book on Amazon. Full disclaimer, if you purchase it through that link, I will receive a small percentage. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and share it with other God of War fans. I would also like to thank all of my members for their monthly contributions to this channel. People like Reap21210, Adeline, and the 6th Crow, to name a few, go to the extra mile to keep my channel afloat. So from the bottom of my heart, you have my thanks. And that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching, and remember, go forth in the name of Olympus.